my god. I don't know. Don't ask me this question because I haven't decided yet.
What about the name ABBA?
Oh my gosh.
Well, I got so many DMs already that they want to step in and they want to be the stepfather.
Oh my freaking
Already.
goodness, man.
There's a step.
Yo, what's good, everybody? This is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, back at it with another video. Yo, ABBA has reached Ultra Instinct level pettiness. Oh my goodness. Yo, if you're new to the channel, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video. So if you haven't heard, apparently, allegedly, fresh from the notorious Fresh and Fit podcast, apparently was busting all up in some mother flipping walls and got a woman pregnant. Now, this video is mainly just going over the pettiness of ABBA, and I'm all for it. Like, this isn't to bash ABBA. This is in support of the pettiness. But also, there's some things that I want to, touch on. Cautionary tale, where dudes can kind of look at this, and some things that just seem a little bit off about Fresh and the alleged baby mama's situation, because it seemed like Ava was given kind of like a pass, and I'll have the link in the description, but I didn't interview her. But just from what he showed as far as her responses, some of the things that he said may have seemed genuine, kind of didn't. And I think Preach, like, I feel like intuitively Preach is just all like, there's something isn't right. He went and chucked it up to being irresponsible, but I don't know. There's some other stuff with that. So let's go ahead and look more at this, because this joint is hilarious. I'm not even gonna lie.
You're trying to be the stepdaddy.
Step in the name
I have the full link.
I will say this.
Step in the name of love.
If you end up having legal troubles and they sue you and whatever, if you name that kid after me, I'll pay for all your legal troubles. That's a promise. So if you need help financing a lawyer to fight off Fresh and Fit, man, you mean if Walter Jr. over there got the name ABBA, I'll pay all the bills. I'll sleep. Hey, listen. As far as I'm concerned, I think you deserve every dime.
What's her name?
Yo.
We don't know her last name.
Daisy. That's what we all call her. Okay.
Imagine she names him ABBA Preach Daisy.
Yo.
I'm paying them legal fees. I will double the video output on this channel to pay for little ABBA Preach Daisy to get all that child support.
Yo, let me just say, this is diabolical. You already know, if you've clicked on this video, more than likely you already know the back and forth between ABBA and Preach and Fresh and Fit. Look, they're playing chess, not checkers. If she were to name her child that she got by Fresh ABBA, that is diabolical. That is diabolical. And if you've seen the live stream of Myron and Fresh and them kind of like, quote unquote, talking about this, and seeing the way Myron is, it almost feels like he's trying to purposely self-destruct everything. Like, instead of, like, he would rather self-destruct everything that he's built with them than to remove whatever in order to push forward. Like, if you seen it and just seeing the response, and it's just like, it makes sense. Now, what I will say, to me, there's stuff that just seem weird. Like, when you look at this video, like I said, I'll leave the full video in the description. Daisy, Abba asked her some really good questions, but she mentioned that when she had told him that they were pregnant, or she was pregnant, that they were broken up. They weren't together that long. She had said that she had fell in love with them, which, guys, if there's anything that you could take from this, yes, Fresh may or may not have money or whatever, but hearing the way that she was talking about him, you have to understand and really not look at these guys as examples for your moral compass or anything like that. But what I will say is the way that she described the interaction. Now, of course, would he even have been in that situation without money? I don't know. I'm not saying, like, you do have to understand that not all women are just this materialistic, you got to be rich in order to talk to them and everything like that. It's mainly confidence and, approaching and talking. I'm surprised when I hear certain stories of, I hear like the woman's point of view, or I hear the guy's point of view. And when they describe how it was as simple as talking to them, it's crazy because we like to assume we'll look at a person in certain contexts and we'll assume, nah, they wouldn't go for me. Nah, they wouldn't do this. Sometimes people would be like, how the heck did he pull her? Da, 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 da. Man, yo, that personality and confidence, because she described how she's used to getting approached and how he kind of really didn't do that, which already made her like brought that interest. I'm not saying that if there was anything that I would give Fresh credit, it would be that. But what I will say is that this just feels like the quote unquote lover boy method that Andrew Tate and his brother laid out, because when you look at the text messages, when you look at some of the things that were said, even they got footage of this Negro in the car talking about my Asian queen. I love you, babe. Da, da, da. So it just seemed very weird. And the way that Daisy described, like, well, thought that, it was only someone that I dated for 4 months, which is, again, weird because there just seems to be a lot of contradiction. At the end of the day, it all is completely silly on both ends because it's just all like, again, you knew that he was sleeping around and everything like that, and you had unprotected, sex with him. But again, that isn't out of the norm. How many women do you know who they got pregnant for less or some more random circumstance? Like it is not that deep, but you see a lot of these dudes trying to do all of these equations with how women work and all this stuff, and it's just like, bro, it's really not that deep. Plus, what are the type of women that you're going after? A lot of what I see, it's just this weirdness of the Instagram baddies or stuff like that, and so you know how they are, yet you want to approach the situation and try, like, some dudes just gotta humble themselves. Like, you're not that guy. But in some cases, in a lot more cases, like, there's beautiful women everywhere. Like, sometimes I'm just like, well, what is it that you do? What? Let me just play a little bit more of this, and then I get my final thoughts on it. But Abba is diabolical.
Every time.
I'm for it.
If that nigga's gonna have Walter's genetics, she deserves child support. Yeah, he gonna need every financial advantage to be able to make it in life, and he gonna have Pug CEO's genetics.
I'm with it.
Okay, that's a promise, Daisy. Just drop our names, even if it's just middle names. I'll take that. I just want my legacy to live on.
That is
Yeah, don't lie. That's gangster.
Have I said something?
I'll pay every dime.
Have I said something?
Oh, to be clear, guys, I'm not joking. I will pay for the lawyer if that baby has my name in it.
You don't even know how much a lawyer fees can be.
He's
Bro,
like, I don't
you
care.
see how I live my life. You don't think I got money to spend? This will be one of the greatest hobbies I will ever undertake.
I was looking straight at the camera and I didn't flinch.
You better not. And I'll say this too. I'm going to also
He said-
encourage her to make sure she share custody. So that every time little Abba preach Daisy go up to Walter, she go, Papa, say my name. Dada.
Yo. That's diabolical. Yo, that is some gangster stuff right there. I'm not even gonna lie. That, like I said, Abba's pettiness level is reach ultra instinct. Like that joint is some gangster. That is some yo. But like I said, it's not so like a lot of this stuff is just all like it's goofy. You know what I mean? I feel like the only reason why I'm covering this is because I see this happen in a more, not on the celebrity level or anything like that, but we do see that on the celebrity level, but just on because normal everyday people are looking at this and maneuvering like this. Like, yo, there, like, guys, there's enough women out here who, if you're just straight up, a lot of y'all talk about numbers game, numbers game, numbers game. There's no reason to lead a woman on if you're not really like they're using love. Like that's why certain things I'm just all like, yo, y'all are diluting the meaning of a lot of this stuff, man. Love, relationships, all these marriage, like just throwing it around like it doesn't feel as sacred, and again, this is just a certain subset of people, but I see it going off into the everyday person because it's humans, you know what I mean? So it's just weird. It's really just weird. And like I've been critical. I've done skits, Fresh and Fit, I've preached their whole verses and everything like that. So it's not random for the channel, but I wanted to talk about this because, yo, something just seems off. Something seems off, and I'm all for Abba's ultra instinct level of pettiness. But anyways, guys, it's Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, back at it with another video. Make sure to like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video on the road to 5K. Let's get it. All right. Peace.